What is going on, everyone? My name's Boyd and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology of the Titans action, spawning on the top of the map in the red color, playing as Thor. His name is Shadowfaxx. His opponent today in the blue color, playing as Loki. His name is OGNENNYJ. The map is Marsh. This is a best of 3 for the Voobly Challengers League. Shadowfaxx taking that first game on Anatolia with some nice Zeus play, changing it into the B tier Thor, casting Dwarven Goldmine at the start of the game. Tisk, tisk, tisk. This is going to give, honestly, this matchup is almost a wrap for Thor on this map against Loki, simply by holding on to this goldmine and moving forward to the boar. If you leave your starting hunt as Thor in your base, and you eat your boar over here, hold on to your starting gold, so your dwarven gold mine, and you can basically just defend, and then you're going to be pretty much fine here. But if you eat all your starting hunt and you use your dwarven gold mine at the start of the game, like Shadowfaxx is doing, it gives the Loki player a lot of chances in this matchup on this map. But OGNENNYJ, he's deciding to go in on this game with Loki, and he might have some crazy ideas here. Heimdall rushing a Thor player is always a good idea. So we'll see if that's something that OGNENNYJ is going to want to do. He's going to walk in with his Skraeling, going to be looking to see what the base is like for Shadowfaxx, and see what he can do. The Skraeling over here has been spied, so he may spot that. Ooh, a cheeky temple in the middle of the map by Shadowfaxx. OGNENNYJ going to be pushing back. I feel like this is 110% a Heimdall game. If OGNENNYJ, if you can see this gold mine here and you understand that the dwarven gold mine's being cast and you see this temple in the middle of the map, you got to know. But it looks like Shadowfaxx is potentially going to be going for a ridiculously fast advance time. Oh, we got to go like this, and you can see Shadowfaxx already has the resources to advance here, basically. So he's going to get an ox card out. He's going to get a dwarf out. He's going to have enough gold to hold on to this dwarven gold mine. He's going to be going for a 4-minute advance time, a la Fuji, and then attempting to put on the pressure to the Loki here for OGNENNYJ. And OGNENNYJ is just simply going to be calmly going for a 420 or something around there. And we'll see how this is going to go. And we are seeing Freya as well. Freya, they got a choice, and this is not disguised at all by Shadowfaxx. You see the points, the score drop. You see the temple forward. You see the Ulfsark just wandering around looking for stuff, and he's going to be pushing back. We still don't see the uptime from OGNENNYJ as he's getting one last thing. He's going through 430, going for a 430 advance time. The house coming up now for OGNENNYJ is moving forward onto this hunt, and big thing here for Shadowfaxx with this rush is going to be spotting this hunt. Now, unlike Odin, Thor doesn't have map hacks. Unlike Loki, Thor doesn't have map hacks. He's going to have to figure out where to fight, where to move, and what to attack. So there's going to be 2 spots here. I don't think he's scouted either of them. He is going after the house here as the Hearser is starting to build, and we will be seeing that Freya coming through very shortly. See, he's got 160 gold left on this gold mine. The Longhouse coming up over here in his base. The Valkyrie moving forward. So going to check this location. Valkyrie going to go down to this location. We already see the Hearser grabbing this relic here. Kopesh of Horus going to be huge for him. Keeping that one away from the Thor player here is 1 important, but 2, he's also going to be able to deal with those Frost Giants faster, the Valkyrie faster, and any later Fire Giants faster. There's the Longhouse coming up for OGNENNYJ. You can see the population here is 33 to 32, so it's very, very close. This fast advance time from Shadowfaxx nets him an earlier Longhouse, so we're going to see that population transition a little bit into an advantage in the next couple of minutes if he can maintain production here. We do see that the Hearser here going to be able to bash away this Valkyrie, doing the extra damage to that Valkyrie. and she's going to get out of there. Meanwhile, the troll moving forward for OGNENNYJ. Not sure what he's doing there, but the Hersa fighting each other. Very, very even fight here as Shadowfaxx is holding on to the Pandora's box, which definitely helps later in the game when you get those fire giants or even the frost giants out, because it's going to spam them very, very quickly. And he is leaving the Thundercloud Shawl. Obviously not that important. There is a troll that does pierce damage, but nothing really else that does pierce damage for the Loki player here. But we'll see if that relic is going to go into the temple. We keep the Valkyrie alive, healing up these units. Nice play from Shadowfaxx as he's pumping out those units. Still not making that many more units. He's getting throwing axemen now, ready to start pushing forward. But OGNENNYJ, he's got 44 population. Shadowfaxx 48 population. OGNENNYJ has the favor to get Hall of Thanes, just about to click it. Really nice macro here from OGNENNYJ to get this one out. But the timing is going to hit here for Shadowfaxx. He needs to think about attacking, but also you don't want to attack a Loki player because then he gets free myth units, and that's bad. So we'll see what's going to happen here as the units trying to push in. Villagers happily eating boar just right in the very, very close to the enemy army here, right under the enemy's nose. That's what I was looking for. But here we go, pushing in. Going to be attempting to take out OGNENNYJ's army, but Hall of Thanes is 85% complete, 90% complete. The attack is coming in. You've got to be running those Hersa. We're seeing them come in, and there's the Hall of Thanes. Well, he doesn't choose to engage here. I would have kept attacking if I was him, because Shadowfaxx is retreating, and you've just hit Hall of Thanes. That timing is super huge, because it means that you can dodge throwing axemen, fire, and everything else. But the Longhouse now coming up for OGNENNYJ. We'll see how this is going to go as Shadowfaxx retreating back, not finding any real damage done. He should be looking for raids with these raiding cavalry, hitting this gold mine, hitting this wood line, making sure that those Hersa are not doing anything. Leaving his throwing axemen and Hersa here is enough to hold on to his hunt, make sure that OGNENNYJ doesn't hit that or anything. Now we're seeing the villagers move over here onto the hippopotamus, as OGNENNYJ playing very safely here, possibly simply just going for a is he going to just go full pop Hersa? He did build a third longhouse, so it looks like full pop Hersa from OGNENNYJ. Not going for a semi-fast heroic, just trying to get as many units as he possibly can. Shadowfaxx, on the other hand, has already built his armory up, and he's probably aiming for a 10-minute heroic age at the very latest here. We'll see if he's going to be able to do it. Bringing the troll with him, OGNENNYJ needs to leave that one at home. We see the raiding cavalry now moving forward as these Hersa are going to be looking for something to attack here. The unit's out of position, like we said, but now he can move in and hit this hippopotamus. Does he know about it? It looks like he's running straight here onto this location, going to be hitting these villagers, and OGNENNYJ, perfect reaction here, going to be retreating away from this location. Very, very nice play. Not going to lose too much. Pushing in, hitting the units straight away, and that's huge for OGNENNYJ. We get an Einhjar spawn as well. Forest fire coming onto this location as Shadowfaxx going to be retreating away, but OGNENNYJ doesn't care. He's got the Einhjar. He's retreating away from that forest. Nice play there, but he's got the Einhjar. Just needs to wait on that special ability. It takes 17 seconds. Oh, sorry, not 17 seconds. It's 20 seconds to recharge. The throwing axeman yet again retreating away, but OGNENNYJ is just going to wait out that forest fire before coming back in, hitting these units. He's got 2 Einhjar here. Absolutely huge for OGNENNYJ. Shadowfaxx is raiding cavalry. Need to get back into this fight here. We've got 96 population for OGNENNYJ to Shadowfaxx's 88 population, and Shadowfaxx going to be retreating away here. We'll see if OGNENNYJ is going to attempt to get a surround on these units, move forward with the Hersa, but Shadowfaxx has got a long retreat back into his base. He's got 1,000 gold left on this exposed gold mine, and OGNENNYJ can very easily take that one down. We're seeing the Hersa pulling back, going to be trying to take down those raiding cavalry as he's still pushing forward, and Shadowfaxx still trying to pump out the units as best as he can. Nice snipes as this is going on. OGNENNYJ still trying to push in. He's going to be retreating back away from this location. The Einhjar trying to take down this temple. They're vitally important in these fights, and Shadowfaxx did nicely to pull away from them. Throwing up the Longhouse is going to attempt to take them down, but OGNENNYJ easily going to be able to clean those up and then move in with his units here. The Einhjar helping out these Hersa amazingly here as the temple does get taken down. Shadowfaxx 97 population, OGNENNYJ 103 population here. What are the armory upgrades looking like? We see Shadowfaxx has got his copper mail here, going to be retreating away from this location. OGNENNYJ is and going to be cleaning up this dwarven armory. The question is going to be, can Shadowfaxx get to the heroic age or not? throwing up another longhouse over here in order to keep pumping out these units. And this is going to be very, very interesting. We do see the Valkyrie here. Maybe worthwhile for OGNENNYJ to get a town center here even, or simply armory, go to the next age here. That's the best option here. He's going to be going for it. I don't see the armory in his base though, but he's just about to get the food to get to the next age. And we'll see if he's going to be able to click up before Shadowfaxx. He's definitely going to be able to click up before Shadowfaxx, but no armory just yet. Forgetting that one, trying to get the surround over here. He could very easily take this fight if the OGNENNYJ are there, because there's so much extra HP. He needs to move these hurts so back to the back to the healing spring, but still no armory from OGNENNYJ. So he's going to get that full resources, realize he can't click up and then build the armory. Lucky he's got 16 units to build it, so it's going to go up in no time. But we'll see what's happening here. Is those dwarves moving over onto this gold mine over here. We see the dwarves moving up to this location here. He's actually going to leave this gold mine, go for the further one. A little bit interesting there, but now the hurts are running straight past these this army here. And then retreating back, there's the armory wanting to go up as Shadowfaxx is on the warpath. He probably shouldn't be doing this because OGNENNYJ, technically speaking, OGNENNYJ could hit the heroic age at any time here. Whereas Shadowfaxx, a little bit behind. He's going to be attempting to get there, but he's a little bit behind. So there's going to be a couple of like 30 seconds to a minute here of time where OGNENNYJ can cast flaming weapons. And there's the Bragi, and Shadowfaxx is going to click, never mind, Shadowfaxx is going to click Skadi straight away. And he's only going to be a couple of seconds behind OGNENNYJ's heroic age. So nice play from both players to get this, but this means that basically OGNENNYJ needs to throw a market down and instantly click up to tier in order to hit any sort of flaming weapons against Shadowfaxx. And now Shadowfaxx can simply just grab a town center and be completely safe here and be tempting to get Mythic Age in this matchup. We'll see what he's going to do. Hopefully OGNENNYJ doesn't just go for an immediate flaming weapons, because that's going to be met with a frost 5 seconds later or something like that. And we'll see how this is going to go. But yeah, OGNENNYJ can easily just go straight Mythic Age. So maybe he's going to go tier, or it doesn't really matter. Tier, hell. I think personally, I prefer the tier here, because that's going to get a bunch of damage done to the economy of Shadowfaxx, preventing him from going to the Mythic Age. But the question is going to be how far, how much can he delay with, or what? What can he do? And what god's he going to pick here? He's going through tier. Love that. So we're going to be able to see the flaming weapons and the Thimble Winter hit. So he's going to have roughly, 20 seconds? 25 seconds? 20 seconds of flaming weapons before the frost hits, which is more than enough to clean up the entire army if he can get the surround on it. That's the important part. He needs to surround this army. We do see some raiding cavalry coming around the side here for Shadowfaxx as he's attempting to push in. We see the town center attempting to come up for OGNENNYJ. He needs to think about getting that surround like set up, so baiting this army out. So I love the attempt to go for the town center to bait Shadowfaxx in here, but there should be no intention of getting that town center. He should be getting armory upgrades. How is he going on the armory upgrades? He's got none. He should be getting copper weapons, copper mail, and then fighting this immediately as tier is just about to hit. We see the Hersa coming around the back. He needs to dodge those throwing axes. Keep away. He's got 61%. This is all bait right now from OGNENNYJ. Really, really smart play, but is the timing going to hit or not? The villagers need to run away. He's going to be moving in, and Frost is cast here. Huge by Shadowfaxx, but that just allows the full brunt of the tier to come through. And I wonder, does OGNENNYJ just click tier straight away? And I think the answer is yes, because it lasts 20 seconds, and this is going to come up with less than 20 seconds left, or more than 20 seconds left on the frost. That's going to deal a ton of damage to Shadowfaxx's economy, but we're going to have a potential Mythic Age coming through for Shadowfaxx here through Baldur, I assume. But he's hit the Mythic Age, but he didn't use the Thimble Winter, so he has to wait now But Balder's coming through now for Shadowfaxx, and Shadowfaxx at this point is going to be more than happy to just garrison all of his villages and not even worry about it. There's the Fimbulwinter, there's the Flaming Weapons. A lot of these units already have fallen. Iron spawn though for OGNENNYJ is sitting at 102 of 105 population, so tons of myth units in this location, picking off every single one of these units here, playing very, very nicely in this situation. We are seeing the Throwing Axemen getting garrisoned here as OGNENNYJ has completely decimated this army. The problem for OGNENNYJ here is no second town center, no Throwing Axemen army, no heavy infantry. How is he going to deal with a... Oh, it's only 33 villages. Whoa. These Fimbulwinter wolves must have killed a ton of villagers over here, because Shadowfaxx just dropped villages. It's only 34 villages. Shadowfaxx's Ragnarok here is not that scary at all for OGNENNYJ. Both players are at very low villager count though, so we'll see if it's going to matter. OGNENNYJ might want to just throw down a bunch of towers, make sure he secures this gold mine or something like that. Meanwhile, he's pushing in onto Shadowfaxx, who's just about to click up, about to hit the Balder. But I wonder, will Shadowfaxx even bother clicking Ragnarok here? Because he needs to just hold on as OGNENNYJ kills one of those Fimbulwinter wolves, and he's still pushing in. We see the Hursa taking down the Frost Giant. There is the Fire Giant spawning out here. Remember, we've still got that Hopesh of Horrors, so this Fire Giant goes down so fast. Shadowfaxx casting his Ragnarok, but it's 145 population. This is nothing. This is very defendable here for OGNENNYJ, and we'll see how he's going to do that. Fimbulwinter was absolutely clutch. We're seeing him grab this town center, moving his dwarves over onto this location as some Rag heroes coming and seeing that it's completely gone here. And we're seeing all these units falling. Shadowfaxx already can start rebuilding villages as he is below the 130 population limit here, and this is going very, very well for OGNENNYJ, but OGNENNYJ now dropping population severely, not retreating away. These Rag heroes have done a lot of damage. This town center is almost up for OGNENNYJ. He's retreated his dwarves, coming over onto this location, making tons of those Throwing Axemen, but only has 2 longhouses here, and we'll see if he can defend. Town center will get spotted here by the heroes of Ragnarok, and he can very easily deny this one, but he's not bothering. Oh, there he goes. He will be able to deny this one. A bit of a distraction from OGNENNYJ, but it's not going to be that much. We do see a couple of Fenris wolves here. The dwarves coming over trying to attack these hippopotamus, but he's still building Hursa. The heroes of Ragnarok coming in, going to be attacking these dwarves as the dwarves retreating away. Shadowfaxx basically needs to kill off maybe 10 villagers or so to feel like he's in a decent position here, but these 13 villages currently not gathering. So the villager count right now for both these players is really, really similar. Funnily enough, this is such a wild game. The villagers from OGNENNYJ are going to be running straight into Shadowfaxx's Heroes of Ragnarok, whether or not Shadowfaxx does notice it. So that's 3 more villager kills here for Shadowfaxx. And OGNENNYJ has got all of these Throwing Axemen out. But the problem is, isn't there Fire Giant somewhere? No, there's no Fire Giant. It looks like they were all picked off. This is a very much a nail biter here, because we do have trade. We can trade here. Put everything over onto wood and trade. Oh, Shadowfaxx's got to be careful with his army though. The Throwing Axemen are here. We're going to be seeing him running straight for this gold mine over here. Maybe with the Throwing Axemen army that OGNENNYJ has mustered, he may be able to deal with these Heroes of Ragnarok. Maybe could have lost that ox cart, but he doesn't. The classic pain of Loki players in this situation is the market getting sniped, and that's exactly what Shadowfaxx has found, and that's exactly what he's done. But there's gold getting gathered now for OGNENNYJ, and he's still pumping these villagers out ever so slowly. He doesn't have any food in the bank though. That's a big problem here. Shadowfaxx is catching up on the villagers here, so even if he doesn't end the game here with these Ragnarok heroes, he is completely winning in the economy. Pushing through, we're seeing these Throwing Axemen doing tons of damage to the Heroes of Ragnarok. The tanks in the front doing a decent job pulling them back and distracting a couple of those Heroes of Ragnarok units over here. Really nice play. Population 74 though. dropping dramatically for OGNENNYJ as the Heroes of Ragnarok come in and clean up all of those throwing axemen, and Shadowfaxx going to come through and clean up the dwarves as well. As Shadowfaxx coming in and OGNENNYJ trying to retreat away, but there's just nowhere for OGNENNYJ to get resources. OGNENNYJ needed to set up some defenses, some towers, some walls around a gold mine so that he could just sit in there with those throwing axemen, but he didn't manage to do it. Now we're getting more units pumping out for Shadowfaxx. 21 villages. Shadowfaxx in the civilian unit lead now, and it's looking as though OGNENNYJ is not going to be able to muster a defense against this Ragnarok. He's got 2 Heroes of Ragnarok chilling over on this gold mine here. Meanwhile, pushing in here, we've got these throwing axemen doing a good amount of damage over here, but in the back, the heavy throwing axemen from Shadowfaxx cleaning up much better than OGNENNYJ's is. And 39 supply now for OGNENNYJ coming over onto this gold mine. The Heroes of Ragnarok simply just retreating away, going to hold off while he's sending in all of his army now to clean up every single one of these Herso. Sneaking around the side, maybe a cheeky wall here from Shadowfaxx wouldn't be a bad idea. Now we see the throwing axemen are going to get intercepted over here, splitting up the army just a little bit. We see the Rag Heroes, just 2 of them going after these dwarves here. We see the ghost building from Shadowfaxx in order to delay the throwing axemen from retreating away. And Shadowfaxx looks like he will be able to get the gold star with just a couple of Heroes of Ragnarok. 19 villages now left for OGNENNYJ. Not able to build anything else. OGNENNYJ taps out. GG, well played. Shadowfaxx taking the game, taking the series in two games. Very, very good for Shadowfaxx in this tournament. That's exactly what he wanted to have happen. He does definitely have a shot at the playoffs now. In this game, though, what a nail biter. Shadowfaxx going for the middle of the map here. Super, super risky. Honestly, had OGNENNYJ seen this temple, he did see it, but had he recognized that Heimdall as a response to a forward temple is absolute lights out for the Thor player, I feel like this game would have been over so quickly. OGNENNYJ just not noticing or not scouting his opponent's base here, not seeing the gold mine, not doing anything there, and just went with the standard Loki play, which almost worked. The Fimble went and did tons of damage, and then after that, OGNENNYJ just kept on wanting to push. He needed to defend. If he defended with some towers around this gold mine, towers around this gold mine, walls, throwing axemen here, I think OGNENNYJ definitely could have held out and won this game because of how weak Shadowfaxx's economy would have been after that. But Shadowfaxx managed to redo his economy decently, getting up to 29 villages in the end of the game there, and was able to hold out for the win. GG. If you guys enjoyed this game, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the next game.